Application of linear functions. This is a money problem. Cost is defined as variable cost plus fixed cost. Variable cost, when they give you this equation, will have the variable. This term will have the x. Fixed cost will be just a number, a constant. Variable cost depends on how many units were sold, and fixed cost does not depend on units sold. Fixed cost would be like the water bill, the gas bill. That does not depend on the number of units sold. Revenue is price times quantity. The price and how many. Profit is revenue minus cost. This is like your pay stub. Revenue would be like the gross pay. Subtract your taxes, and you get your net pay, and that would be your profit. Break even occurs when revenue equals cost or profit equals zero. You didn't lose anything, but you didn't gain anything. The revenue in millions of dollars from the sale of X units at a home supply outlet is given by this equation. The profit in millions of dollars is given by this equation. So if you use this equation, if you give it the number of units sold, it will tell you the revenue. For this one, the profit equation, if you tell it how many units were sold, it will give you the profit. For A, we need to find the cost equation. So we're going to use the information they gave us, revenue and profit, and find the cost equation. So what equation has profit and revenue included? The profit equation. Profit equals revenue minus cost. So you take the profit they gave you, and you substitute it into profit. Take the revenue they gave you and substitute into the revenue term. So after you replace these two, this is what the equation looks like. Now solve for a cost. Get that cost by itself. So move everything to the other side until the cost is by itself. So you solve for cost, you simplify, and finally, C of x, which is the cost, equals this. So if you give it the number of units, it'll tell you what the cost will be to produce them. This is the cost for making X units. In B, they're asking what is the cost of producing 5 units. So the X is going to be 5. So you replace the X with a 5. So the cost of making 5 units would be what this gives you. And it gives us $1.305 million. That would be the cost. For C, what is the break-even point? The break-even point occurs when revenue equals cost. So set these two equations that they gave us at the beginning equal to each other. Then solve for the X. And so X equals 8.989 units. So the break-even point occurs when about 8.989 units are sold.